Hello and welcome back to Japanese with Venterra. In this video, I'll be looking at the next 10 hiragana instead of just the next 5. The 10 of them are sa, shi, su, se, and so. And then ta, chi, tsu, te, and to. I have to apologize for the sound quality of the video from here on out. I accidentally recorded with the wrong mic chosen and I didn't realize it. I really apologize. Our first character for today is Sa. Sa looks like a smiley face, kind of like Ki did in my last video, but this one only has a single line across, and then it has that downward line with the hook on the end, and then it has that little curved line at the bottom that kind of makes it look like a mouth. And here we have Sa. Our next character is Shi, S-H-I in Romanized characters. It is always pronounced with the SH sound, the sh sound. It is never just pronounced like C, it is always she. In order to write it, I don't really know how to describe it, it's just this. Kind of looks like a fish hook, but without any actual hooks. This is she. Our next character, Su. This one's a little tricky to write at first. I found it really hard to get used to, but now I can do it. We'll see if I can do it on the graphics tablet. So what you do is you have a sort of short line going across, and then you start a line going down, and you want to only go down across the horizontal line a little bit, because then you have to make a loop, then you end it with a little curved tail at the bottom. That loop can kind of look bad if you don't attach it properly to the rest of the lines, but once you get the hang of it, it's not so bad, I promise. This is Su. Our next character is Se. We start off with a longer horizontal line, and then we're actually going to start on the right side with the second stroke. It's just a small line going through that horizontal stroke. And then we're going to move back to the left side, and we're going to put a line through it and curve it around so it goes all the way back over. This is Se. Last but not least, for the S consonant sounds, we have So. This is a single line. If you have trouble writing it, I will show you how to write it in 2 strokes, but first we'll write it in 1 stroke. It's kind of funny, I'm not sure how to explain it. You go up, down, across, then you bring it back down in a curve. It's a single stroke. I can do it really fast, but I understand if it doesn't look too great when you first try it. This one was kind of iffy for me at first too. But if you want to try and break it up into 2 strokes, you can do the top part that's just the straight lines. It kind of looks like a Z, and then you stop, and then add in that little curve at the bottom. And that is So. Moving on to our T consonant sounds, we start off with Ta. So this one actually kind of looks like a T. You have a horizontal line and a sort of diagonal line going through it. And then you just have 2 little lines that look like a ko, but without any hooks. This is Ta. Next we have Chi, which is actually written in Romanized characters as a C-H-I. This is kind of like she in that it changes that sound a little bit to accommodate the E sound. It is never pronounced T, it is always chi. In order to write it, we're going to make a small horizontal line, then we're going to put a cross through it, and we're not going to pick up our pencil, but we're going to make a loop on the bottom here like that, so it looks like a hook. This is chi. Our next character is tsu. This is not really a sound that we have in English, because you do have both of that T and that S sound. It's not su, it's not tu, it's tsu. In order to write it, it's probably one of the simplest ones. You just do this. This is tsu. Next we have te. This is probably one of the most important kana you can learn, because te form is so important in Japanese grammar, but we'll just focus on how to write it for now. It's also a single stroke. It is a horizontal line across, and it's like the bottom of so. It's just that curve around, but it's shorter. It doesn't go out as much. This is te. Finally, we have to. This is just a small line, kind of like the apostrophe lines that we were writing with E, and then something that kind of looks like a C attached to it, but the bottom line is straighter.